Howdy everyone, thank you for tuning in to the WATCHBOX video review. And this segment of the WATCHBOX I will be reviewing the Invicta Quinotaur 4243 watch that you see here. So let's take it out of the WATCHBOX and take a close look. So this is the Invicta Quinotaur review. So let's take a close look at it here and describe to you in detail some of the things about this watch and some of the things that make it different and unique. So as you can see, it's a very bright, polished piece of stainless steel, and that to me is probably the most distinctive feature about the watch. Is number one, of course, the size, and number two, just the amount of shiny polished metal that's on it. So it's definitely an attention getter when you wear the watch out in public. So let's see, it's got a large 26mm rubber strap, sports strap if you will. It has these little stainless steel dive weight accent looking pieces. I'm not a real fan of them, but it does dress up the strap a little bit and gives it some character as well. So they're very comfortable. Obviously they don't cut or dig into your skin at all, so that's kind of nice. It has a nice wide buckle here and two strap hold downs at this end. On the other end of the strap, it's got a pointed tip with a locking little barb raised edge, and that prevents these little strap hold downs from falling out. So on the inside, each rubber strap is held in place with a pair of spring pins. So there's 4 total on this watch, and I'm guessing a watch this this big and this heavy, they want to have a bit of built-in redundancy and a sense of robustness built into the design. So here's the case back. It's a screw-down case, and you see the Invicta Russian diver logo laser etched into the stainless steel. You can kind of see the reflection of my camera too. If you look into it, you can see me actually too. If you look very closely. So the front of the watch is fully glow in the dark, and it glows pretty nicely actually. It's very easy to read at night and during the day. Probably the second most distinctive feature about the watch is the polished stainless hands. So they offset the matte black face very nicely. It doesn't take a lot of ambient light at all to read this watch, being that it's number one so big, but number two, the contrast between the hands and the face. And of course the glow-in-the-dark illumination takes over in extreme darkness. So it has a small little date window right below the Russian diver logo that you see there. Has a nice little laser etched Invicta logo on the side, and the strap lugs drop down pretty aggressively. So it is a big watch. I would say if you have a wrist smaller than maybe 7.25 inches, it's going to be a little too big for you, unless you specifically want a large Flava Flav kind of watch on your arm. So my wrist is about a 7.5 diameter, and it's pretty flat and wide across the top, so it is big, but it fits very nicely and very comfortably. So the crown is encased underneath this water-resistant canteen lid cover that's held in place with a little stainless chain. It's not a lockdown, a screw-down type of crown, so once you get this canteen cover off, it's free to rotate. I don't know how much water resistance is in this crown besides this canteen lid cover. So I can kind of, when I spin it, I can feel a little bit of resistance, like there might be some additional O-ring gaskets in there. It's definitely not like free spinning or anything like that, but still, you're going to want to make sure you keep this cover fully secured and fully tight on the watch when you're in the water or when you're getting it wet. So let's see. The watch itself, although Invicta touts it as being such, the watch itself is not really a dive watch. Obviously, it doesn't have a second hand. And it also doesn't have a rotating dive bezel around it, so there's no real accurate way to measure elapsed time. So it's primarily just a water sports watch and something to wear while you're out and about and have a lot of fun wearing. So let's see. Let's dim the lights and take a look at the glow-in-the-dark illumination. So to charge the glow-in-the-dark illumination, I'm just using my flashlight here, as you can see, and just charging up the face. Going to give it another minute or so, and I'll turn the lights out and you guys can take a look for yourself. Okay, that's better. So it's pretty bright, as you can see, and it's very easy to read, being that it's so big. And the illumination is pretty good. It'll stay easy to read and well lit well into the night when your eyes are dilated to darkness. So actually the glow-in-the-dark lume is kind of one of the nicest things about this watch, and how easy it is to read at night. So let's turn the lights back on and wrap things up. So there you have it. Let me go show you the box. So here's the box for those of you who really care. So typical packaging and typical presentation for an Invicta product. Typical AO flare, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. So let me put the camera down so I can walk you through this a little bit better. So warranty paperwork, instruction manuals and warranty paperwork. There's actually a quality checklist here that this watch actually came with too, with the model number and some of the inspection criteria that the watch is checked for. So there you go. Drop test, mark is index aligned, illumination, the hands, movement function, plating blemishes. Oops, here you go. Plating blemishes. There's a date of inspection right there. It also undergoes a water resistance test. So I'm kind of surprised by that, being that it's not really a dive watch. So, and of course some case inspection items here. And there you go. So overall, it's a pretty nice watch. I mean, obviously it's not the most expensive watch out there, or the most elaborate, or anything like that. But it's a pretty nice watch, and I got it at Costco for $129, and it's a nice watch to have. I have a lot of fun wearing it. It's always an icebreaker. People are always asking me about it, and they always have a lot of questions about it and things of that sort too. So thanks for taking the time, and thank you for tuning in to this chapter of the WATCHBOX review.